pretty soon it's gonna start getting chilly out. So I put together a list of a lot of fragrances that I think will have you smelling the best in fall and winter. I got a lot of fragrances that I gotta go through today, so I'm gonna try to fly through these as fast as I can. So let's get to it. School's coming, there's a lot of things that's going on that you probably need to be smelling good for. The most versatile one I can think of, so with a low price point, I'm gonna have to go with Lattafa khamrah, or khamrah. A great fragrance, I love it. It's cinnamon, it just reminds me of Christmas, bro. I'm not gonna lie, when I wear that I feel like Santa Claus or like Santa's elf or something. I just feel like I'm bringing a gift if I'm wearing that. But that's a good cheapie for winter. So if I had to choose right now, if I had to put you on the sauce, there's two that I have in mind that you've heard of, you've probably heard of. They are great fragrances, and it doesn't matter how many people talk about them, how many people say things about them, they are goats in my book, especially for winter. So I'll start right here. Xerjoff Naxos. I can never get enough of this fragrance. I'll never stop talking about it. I like to wear that a lot, and in the winter time it's really gonna get you through those cold days with that tobacco, with that honey, creamy and thick in the air, like a thick, rich syrup. Now another one that I really liked for winter time, Parfums de Layton. It's my first niche. 100% honest. The smell, great. The longevity's good. The projection's decent. You just got to throw in a little bit of extra sprays. I found with experience of myself, and I see why this is the most popular Parfums de Marly fragrance. Pick this up if you can. Decant it. Get it from my website. Those are probably my two favorites. Now another great one for a pretty expensive price point, Xerjoff Alexandria 2. I got this gifted from a friend. It really got me into more complex fragrances. It got me into oud. It got me into all these different notes that I never smelled in my life. You have to have the right nose to be able to like this. Okay, so all I've talked about were just niche fragrances. Only Lattafa khamrah is the only one I really cover that isn't a niche fragrance. I'm gonna go into some designer fragrances that I really love for the winter time. This was my first designer fragrance, Azarro, the Most Wanted Intense. It was really what launched me into this amazing view in front of you right here. This is the beginning. It was the cool bottle for me. It was the revolver. I thought it was so tough. It smells really deep. It smells really rich. It makes you smell mysterious. It's really good for winter, mainly for winter. I wouldn't recommend wearing this on the summer hot day, but you can wear what you want whenever you want. I'm just saying. It'd probably do better at night. I always wear this when I was wearing black. If I wore like a black hoodie or if I was wearing something dark, I put this on. Now another good designer that I like a lot is right here. Jazz Club. It's a really great fragrance. It has this smell in it. I don't know what it is. It just smells like my childhood. And it says right here, memory in a fragrance, and they're right. It really does bring me back to some days in my childhood that I can't really remember. Morning right before I have to go to school. I don't know, it's pretty versatile for the winter time. I'd say it sits a lot closer to skin than most fragrances. It doesn't project too strong, but it's still a really good smelling fragrance, and if you put enough sprays, and if you're on a date, they'll smell you if you're close quarters with them. I love fragrances that have this Hennessy looking juice. It just, I don't know what it is, it just makes you feel like it's more powerful, more potent, more thick and honeyish. I don't know, it's hard to explain. This right here, I put a pretty big dent in it. It goes down to about right here. I love this fragrance so much, not only because of the smell and not only because of the awesome presentation. This is what got me started. This is also just like the Azarro fragrance. It really got me into fragrances. The atomizers still, see, it's not bad like people say. It's just a really rich, heavy on the vanilla scent. I love it so much. Great starter fragrance, especially if you want to get into sweeter smelling fragrances. This is a history maker right here. I love 1 million elixir. Now I got a gallon. I got a fat ass bottle right here of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mot Le Parfum. Cardamom. I think it has lavender. I haven't smelled this in a minute. I like to let my fragrance macerate. This whole summertime, I've been letting most of these fragrances just chill and not spray them, store them in a dark area, and I'll let them macerate. Basically, what happens is you leave them sitting without spraying them or in the light, and it'll make your fragrance smell richer. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make it smell a little bit more deep, a little bit more complex. I don't know the science behind it, and I don't know the facts and stuff, but I've heard about it. I barely wore this, if not at all, wore this in the summertime, and it still has that great smell in it. I left it sit. Wow. The last time I smelled this, it was not this spicy. This is way spicier to me when I just let this sit for months, and it just got a lot spicier. I still smell the lavender and the cardamom. The old smell's coming back, but it's still pretty spicy. I really like that. It's probably a warm spice that I'm picking up right there. Okay, for all my boys that like vanilla, that ice cream, that delicious gourmand smell, this is the one for you. I brought on Lattafa khamrah. That's a really gourmand scent. It smells like cookies. This is the bigger brother of that. This is the more expensive, more experienced brother. It's like, this is Michael Jordan and Lattafa khamrah is Anthony Edwards. I'm not gonna lie, I was at school one time and I'm not sure if somebody had a dupe of this on or had the actual thing on, but I smelled it in class, in gym class. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't worn it since. This is still a really good fragrance, even though I smelled it in the air. I just hate smelling like other people. I don't know about y'all, but if someone smells like me, I don't even see a point of wearing it. I want to be different. My opinion is still a great smelling fragrance. It lasts a crazy amount of time. It's a high quality scent, but this is pretty pricey, especially for a full bottle. It'll probably run you over close to or over $200. If you're expecting something super complex, then I don't know if I'd pick this up if I were you. It smells really good to me. I've gotten compliments with it. It's a beast in the wintertime. Really great vanilla fragrance. I wouldn't just pick it up just because it looks good and the juice looks like Hennessy, and it's a great fragrance, but I don't think it's personally worth the amount that you spend, especially if it's retail or anything over like $200. Okay, now I don't have the full bottle of this one, but this is one of the greatest fragrances that I've smelled. It's gonna be Parfums de Marly Oajan. Look at how much I use of this. Gone, emptied, nothing, but I can still smell it. It's been empty for like 2 months, and this is just so damn good. It has a really good cinnamon smell to it. This really, if you think about Christmas, this is what you want to smell like. If you want a fragrance that you can spray on anytime in the colder weather, anytime at night, anytime like that, Oajan is where you need to be, bro. It lasts a long time. It's strong. I remember I put this on like 4 sprays. Everybody was smelling me. I was smelling great. I recommend this to everybody. This is like a memory, and a locked memory for me, like a gray area in the map. It smells like something I just can't think of what it is. It takes me back to like elementary school. Those little fairs that you used to go to in like 4th, 5th grade, you know, those little Christmas fairs where you ask your mom for money, your dad for money, and you go in, you pick out random shit from the little Santa's gift shop or Santa's workshop or whatever. That's what this reminds me of for some reason. Parfums de Marly Oajan, one of the greatest winter fragrances. I'm definitely going to be picking up the full bottle. Well, I think I talked about all the winter fragrances here today. These are the most versatile that I could think of. But yeah, those are my top fall/winter fragrances for y'all. Make sure you stay warm out there. It's starting to get cold. I got this hoodie on for a reason. It's getting chilly out. Take care, smell good, look good, and that's all I got for y'all.